welcome to Success Stories Talk Show Season 2 presented by Trident Communications in association with World Humanitarian Foundation. I am Alka, your host for today, and our guest for today we have Neha Sharma. She is trained in Hindustani vocal classical music and has performed nationally and internationally. So now we have Neha with us on this episode of Success Stories with us today. So let's hear her journey of success from herself. So hi Neha, how are you?
Hello everyone, I'm very well. Thank you so much, Alka, for a lovely introduction. All right, so I would like to start my journey that I started learning at the age of like 14 when I was in 10th standard. It was quite late for me, although I was always, inclined towards music, but due to some, situational things and at home, so I could not learn before, but yeah, I'm lucky enough that I started my journey from 10th and there has been no turning back from there. So it took me like probably more than 10 years to complete my graduation because it's a long journey in classical music. You have to really get into the deep, understanding of music, and it's a long ocean that it never ends, learning is just continuous. So yeah, while just learning, I completed my graduation. I started my job as well. So, but one fine day, I thought, I'll put in all my concentration to teaching because I was really passionate about teaching. So yeah, that's how it started.
Corporate and music are like poles apart, but you worked in the corporate sector for more than 10 years and then you switched to music. So what made you realize that music is the passion?
Well, actually, when I was doing a job also, because it was a long training period, so I did my job and I did my. In fact, I got married also when I was in the training only. So I completed my training when I got married in between. So there has always been a part of me who wanted to teach. So along with my job, I always had students under me, wherein I mean in my society or just like around my vicinity. So I used to teach, and at one point I just realized that teaching makes gives me more satisfaction than doing a 9 to 5 job. So why not make it the whole thing as in my career or my profession? So yeah, and I'm glad that I took that decision, and now I feel like why didn't I took it before? But nevertheless, what I mean, it's good that I took that decision and stuck on it. So that's how it started.
So switching to the music industry, it's like a very unstable, very unconventional profession. So was it difficult to convince your family about it, or were they happy with the decision?
Not at all, because my family, like my father, was always supportive of my music. I mean, I think I am lucky to have family like that who had a very broad perspective, as in they were never against any of the kids' profession or likings or passion. Because my sister is into dancing; she's a Zumba instructor, and my brother is a tattoo artist. He's a painter also. So we all, have different choices and all creative sort of choices. So they never intervened and they were always supportive. And in fact, when I got married, my in-laws were also supportive. I remember when I got married, my mother-in-law took me to buy a harmonium. So she was also like kind of very much impressed, and they all like music, art. So the things have changed now. People used to think bad about music and this and that stuff, but now it's like has really changed. And my husband is so supportive. And I have my guru, that is like Mrs. Aparajita ma'am. She's also like has been an inspiration, a motivation, a guiding force behind me, and she believed in me so much. Obviously, she gave me a lot of confidence that I can do it, and I believed in her that I should believe in me as well.
That's really nice. So since you have done your training in Hindustani vocal classical music, how long did this training take, and who was the instructor?
So I started learning classical music under Aparajita ma'am, and there is an institution in Noida which is affiliated to Gandhar University, Mumbai. So I did my graduation from Gandhar University, Mumbai, and it's a very long journey. As in, there is like to complete the graduation, it's a 7 years course, and that course is also like very wide and very detailed one. So to complete that 7 years, you also take like 8 to 9 years to complete that. So I completed in 2011, joined in 2000 because there was studying going on, job going on, so everything all together simultaneously. And it has been a long journey, and in fact I'm learning now as well, because it's a never ending learning. I feel, everyone should learn continuously, and especially music and art is something that you have to continuously get into it.
Definitely. But when you talk about singing requires a lot of riyaz. So during your training days, how many hours did you put into it, and how many hours do you put into it now?
Well, in the training days, obviously it was more, because you say it's a kind of a 0 hour practice. What is 0 hour practice is like you don't even count the hours. So it's a 0 hours practice, and we used to have classes more than 4 hours classes, wherein I'm lucky that I had guru, and she gave me an opportunity to teach the kids when I was learning also. So that gave me a lot of confidence, I would say, because I always excelled in while I was in class also. So that gave me a lot of confidence, and probably this teaching passion came from there and became my personality later on. So yeah, it was like more than 4 5 hours of class, and at the end of the class we were like hungry, and but we could not speak. So that kind of a practice was there.
So was this the reason why you chose to, teach singing instead of becoming a playback singer?
I think so, yes, because teaching kids is like a whole lot of new experience. You learn a lot of things from kids, and to make them happy, to give them confidence that they need, and to see their happy faces in their class when they sing. Singing is something which brings a smile to everyone's face, right? So that gives me immense pleasure and immense satisfaction.
All right. Can you please sing two lines of your favorite track for us, for the audience?
Oh, sure, I would love to. Okay, so this is a song that I would like to give tribute to Lata Mangeshkar ji. She has been my idol for I think the day I was born. I have been listening to her, grew up listening to her songs, and she is my inspiration, I would say. लग जा गले कि फिर हंसी रात हो न हो शायद इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो लग जा गले हे, हे, पास आए कि हम नहीं आएंगे बार बार बाहें गले में डाल के हम रोले जार जार आँखों से फिर ये प्यार की बरसात हो न हो शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो लग जा गले ए, Thank you. All time favorite.
I'm pretty sure that the audience loved it a lot. I loved it a lot. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much. Thank you
So,
so much, Alka.
Neha, in this long journey, we always need a pillar, a support who, holds us. Because days are not the same every day. So, who has been your support and inspiration in this journey?
I have no doubt in saying that it has been my husband because we are together for 11 years. So he was after my life that you should do something of your own and you should do something that you like, that you're passionate about. It was me who was like probably a little doubtful and whether I would be able to do it or not because I had a good career in HR. I was in HR in an IT company. So I had little doubts, but he never had any doubts, and he pushed me to it, and I'm so glad that he did.
That's really nice. So, talking about your, inspiration and this journey, is there a singer, any favorite singer of yours who you would like to share the stage with, or you would like to sing with him or her?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I just paid my tribute to Lata ji. So she's been my all-time favorite. Apart from her, Shreya Ghoshal has been my inspiration, and I love her voice. So Shreya Ghoshal definitely, and in fact, I was fortunate enough to share a stage with Shankar Mahadevan ji recently, and in fact, I have a session with him on 20th, like tomorrow at 8 p.m. So I'm so excited to meet him, and obviously in future I would like to work with him. He's so talented, and in fact his academy is doing so well. So yeah, Shankar Mahadevan ji.
That's a nice long list. So, talking about the industry, we know that every day there's new talent coming into the industry. There are so many people who enter the industry. So, how difficult is it to maintain your presence and quality?
Well, I think the world has time and place for everyone, and it's such a big world. If you think positive, so all the positive things are going to happen with you, and if you think negative, so obviously you will go down there. But the thing is, you have to make your own place, and I'm not competing with anyone. I think whatever gives me pleasure, I'm doing that. So teaching gives me pleasure, and I'm doing that. So there's no competition as such for me.
All right. So, ups and downs, as I said earlier, are a part of life. So, when you have your ups and downs, how do you deal with them?
Well, I think music is the best way to uplift your mood, and I think you would agree with that. So I have music, and I'm thankful enough for God to have that gift. That I can never be bored, and I can never be in stress or depressed because music is something which you can rely on lifetime. So yeah, you can conquer every darkness with music. So that's it.
Well, that's true. So, are there any future plans or upcoming projects that you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, sure. So my school, Malhari School of Music, we are concentrating right now to impart classical knowledge to kids, and my vision is to obviously expand that to in India. In fact, we have students from abroad as well. But I think music should not be taken only as a profession or a hobby, but it has so many other benefits also. For elderly people also, they become so calm listening to music or singing music. It's not that if you are good in singing, then only your own improvement, and you can evolve through music. There are so many unsaid benefits that has never been portrayed to the general public. It calms you down, it brings you out of your distress. So there are so many benefits. So I think everyone should get a chance to learn music and should have an exposure for music. And there are, in fact, so many healing ragas. So if everyone, and in today's world, there are so many cases that you see everyone is depressed, not feeling okay about their emotional status and all. So I think music will help all of those. So yeah, to to bring music in their life.
Definitely. As you said that you shared the stage recently with Shankar Mahadevan ji. So, are there
Yes.
any such other unforgettable moments or events that you would like to share with the audience?
Yes, that was when I saw him live singing in Ahmedabad. I attended one concert of Shankar Mahadevan ji, and it was also a great performance. I encountered live Sunidhi Chauhan once. That was also one in unforgettable moment. And Sona Mahapatra, I attended one concert that was also brilliant. So yeah, related to music, it was good. And in fact, one more unforgettable moment I have when I received the Jiva Award.
So, as we are heading towards the end of today's episode, and World Humanitarian Foundation is our associated partner, and they work towards women empowerment. So, what are your views about women around the world?
I think the world is changing, and we get to hear so many good news from everywhere. The women are doing so well in their career, and the equality and that gender line is fading away. I think with time, so women are doing so good in all the aspects. So I don't think there is much concern regarding that. So I think a lot of positivity has already taken up, and people like women around the globe are making difference. They will continue doing it. We don't have to do much, but yes, I think that in rural areas still women are to come up, but I think that that is also gradually happening. So because of the education and lot of people around us. World Humanitarian Foundation also doing so much for women empowerment. So if we will work towards this issue like that, I think that will completely vanish. That women this thing women empowerment will take over.
So, as the name of our show is Success Stories, so now that we are closing the episode today, what is true success for you?
I think true success for me is when you had a really great and a satisfied day, winning each day of your life, and that makes it like 365 days winning. So that is a true success for me. And you're, going to the bed and you're just think that what a great day I had. So yeah, that's true success.
All right. And lastly, as we have a singer on our show today, so we would love to close this episode with two lines from you for our viewers. So, if you could.
Sure. I'll sing my second favorite singer's song, Mere Dhol Na Sun, from movie Bhul Bhulaiya. That's one of my favorite songs. मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरे प्यार के धुन, मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरी चाहते तो फिजा में बहेगी, जिंदा रहेगी होके पना। मेरे ढोल ना सुन, मेरे प्यार के धुन, मेरे ढोल ना सुन. Thank you.
That was a lovely song, and I'm assuming that all our viewers are enjoying this so much right now. And thank you so much for taking out this time for this episode of Success Stories.
Thank you so much, Alka. It has been lovely talking to you.
And thank you so much, everyone, for joining with us on this episode of Success Stories. For more such stories, just subscribe to our channel so you do not miss out on any new episodes.